You've probably heard that AI lives in the cloud, right? In these massive, mysterious data centers humming away somewhere far off. But what if the next great AI revolution isn't out there at all? What if it's already in your pocket? Today, we're diving into a huge shift that's putting incredible power right into the palm of your hand. And believe me, it's going to change everything you think you know about artificial intelligence.
Okay, so for the longest time, the whole story around AI was bigger is better. Bigger servers, more powerful clouds. It was this race to build the largest digital brains possible, and only a handful of giant tech companies could even afford to play. But that story is changing. The very foundation of how AI works is being completely reimagined. Let's get into it.
And that really is the big question, isn't it? We've always pictured powerful AI as these massive, power-hungry servers. Rows and rows of them in data centers the size of a football field. That's where all the magic was supposed to happen. But what if the real breakthrough, the real game changer, isn't in the cloud at all, but happening somewhere much, much closer to home?
That's exactly right. That image of endless server racks is only half the story, and pretty soon it might not even be the most important half. See, the next chapter of AI isn't just about making the cloud bigger, it's about making our own devices, our phones, our laptops, even our cars, smarter, faster, and way more independent. So this isn't some battle between the cloud and your phone. The future is actually about making them work together in a really clever team-up. This new approach is called hybrid AI, and it is the key that's going to unlock the next phase of artificial intelligence. It promises to change everything, from how fast your apps work to how private your data really is. So here it is, hybrid AI. The easiest way to think about it is like a smart partnership. Your personal device, and you'll hear people in tech call this the edge, it handles most of the everyday work right there on the spot. It processes your requests, it understands your habits, and it does the heavy lifting right there in your hand. It only calls out to the giant brain in the cloud when it needs to tackle a truly massive task. It's just a smarter, way more efficient way to get things done. And when you put them side by side, the difference is, well, it's night and day. The old cloud-only model is super expensive to run. It's also slow, creating that annoying lag because your data has to travel all the way to a server and back. And that unlocked padlock? Yeah, that's a privacy nightmare waiting to happen because you're sending all your personal info somewhere else. The hybrid model just flips the script. It's faster, more reliable, it can even work offline. And because your data stays on your device, it is way more secure and personalized to you. This image right here, it basically sums up the entire shift we're talking about. For AI to truly get to the next level, to be in billions of hands and just seamlessly part of our lives, the center of gravity for all that processing power has to move. It's got to shift from that one central faraway cloud over to the billions of powerful little devices we already carry with us every single day. Okay, so this isn't just some far-off theory. This stuff is happening right now. This isn't a 10-year forecast. It's hitting the market as we speak. So let's look at a real product that's turning this idea into a reality and, well, causing an absolute frenzy. All right, check this out. It's called the Doubao AI phone. Now, officially, ByteDance, the company behind TikTok, called it an engineering prototype. But this was one of the first phones designed from the ground up around a powerful on-device AI. And the second it went on sale, poof, it was gone. It sold out in a matter of hours, which is a massive signal that consumers are ready for something new. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. The hype was so intense that people were willing to pay a crazy 43% premium on resale sites just to get their hands on one. This wasn't just excitement for a new gadget. This was a giant flashing neon sign that people are desperate for smarter devices that can actually do things for them, not just show them things. So what is the big deal here? Well, it all comes down to a new buzzword, agentic AI. Here's the simple way to think about it. Your current assistant is basically a glorified search engine. You ask a question, it gives you a link. An agent, on the other hand, is like a real personal assistant. You give it a goal, like, hey, book a table for two at that Italian place we like, and it gets it. It understands the context, it opens the right apps, it navigates the menus, and it completes the task for you, all without you having to do anything else. It's the huge difference between getting information and actually getting things done. So look, a phone that can order you a pizza is cool, but this is way bigger than that. This is a signpost for a much larger global competition with massive geopolitical stakes. This shift from the cloud to the device is kicking off a whole new kind of technological Cold War. For years, everyone just kind of assumed that America was untouchable when it came to the most powerful AI models. But take a look at this chart. It's telling a very different story, and frankly, it's one that's making a lot of people in Silicon Valley nervous. The performance gap is closing, and it's closing fast. China's best models are now nipping at the heels of the best from the US, and that's forcing a major strategic rethink.
And we're not just talking about code here. When it comes to AI in the real physical world, we're talking robotics, drones, batteries. China is already a dominant force. As you can see, the country is already installing more than half of the entire world's industrial robots. That manufacturing muscle gives them a huge advantage when it comes to putting AI on the edge and into physical devices.
All of this has governments scrambling, and this quote really hits the nail on the head. Policies that are designed to boost a country's own tech industry, well, they're not just about economics anymore. They are now seen as absolutely essential for national security. The race for AI supremacy has become a core piece of global strategy. Okay, so we've talked about the tech, the global race, but let's bring this all back to you and what this means for that little device you use every single day. Because this isn't just an industry trend, it's a personal technology revolution waiting to happen. Just think about how fast this has all moved. This timeline really puts it in perspective. Not long ago, we had AI that could just perceive the world, recognize a face in a photo or understand what you said. Then, almost overnight, we got generative AI, which can create things. Right now, we are stepping into the age of agentic AI, the AI that can do things for you. And the final frontier, which is now clearly on the horizon, is physical AI. Self-driving cars, autonomous drones, and robots that are just part of our world. And that leaves us with a pretty heavy question, doesn't it? The promise of a true digital assistant that can actually manage the messy details of our lives is incredible. But as our devices change from simple tools we command into smart agents that act on our behalf, we really have to ask ourselves, who is ultimately in control? That's all for this explainer.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next video.